Alright, so this is my concealers and brow drawer. Back here in this little pink container that you can't really see, I have backup concealers that I have not opened. So those will stay back there. I have some samples over on this side that I got from a BoxyCharm. These are all my concealers right here that are open. These are brows, like pencils and powders, and these are brow gels and a couple pomades. So I'm not gonna, in every drawer I'm not gonna go through everything because I am gonna do a makeup collection here pretty soon. So I updated one because I got new drawers and a new setup. So right now I'm gonna pick out some concealers to use for the week and some brow products to use for the week. So I always use a color corrector, a peach one under my eye to brighten it up. And I have this LA Colors Conceal a peach. I have this LA Colors Cover and Correct Concealer. And then I have this Believe Beauty Potted Brighten Up Color Corrected Concealer. I've been using the Believe Beauty, but I'm going to grab the LA Colors so I can finish it up. And then I'm going to grab my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind so I can finish this up as well. This is in the shade Neutralizer. I used my CoverGirl True Blend Concealer, the one that's been in a lot of people's favorites. It is my like foundation shade, so I do need to get another shade, another color, but I do like to lay this down first and put a lighter concealer over. I'm gonna grab my Cover X Power Play. I really like this. And then my Morphe Fluidity Concealer. I haven't been using this, but this has a peach undertone, which I really like. So I'm gonna grab that. And then I'm gonna grab my LA Girl Pro Conceal to finish it as well. And then to lighten up the concealers that I have, I'm going to grab this Magic Hour Illuminating Concealer by Circa, which is Eva Mendes. It's her brand. And it's got like this wand type of concealer. I really like it. So for brows, I'm going to grab my Wet n Wild retractable brow pencil. This is like the Anastasia brow definer. My e.l.f. This is the first brow pencil that they have. Just this brow pencil in the white packaging. They do have a new one. My Catrice Ultra Slimmatic brow pencil. This Essence Make Me Brow. My e.l.f. brow gel. And then that should be, wait, one more. I do have this one from Amuse Cosmetics. It's from Shop Miss A. I like this for outlining my brows. So that's it for brows. My foundations I already have. I'll show you in a minute. I already have powders. I already have 2 out that I've been using. I have my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the shade Translucent that I'm going to be using. And I have this Essence Loose Setting Powder in the shade Banana, which is almost gone. And I actually don't even know if they sell this anymore. But I want to finish it. I'm going to grab a setting powder for my foundation. I have this Ruby Kisses Caramel Mineral Powder that I want to use to set my foundation. I want to try this Hard Candy Blurring and Pore Refining Finishing Powder. I have tried, they have a banana powder that I tried, but it was too yellow. And I'm going to grab my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder. This is, I want to say, a dupe to the Laura Mercier powder. It's really, really good. I really like it. And for $5 you get 20 grams. That's all I'm going to grab out of my powder drawer. So in this drawer there is primers, mascaras, and cushion foundations, which I'm going to grab these two because I do want to use those. I'm going to put them in my foundation drawer. And stick foundations. And tube foundations. I'm going to take this L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow powder. I mean, not powder, foundation. It's a radiant finish. It's for normal to dry skin. It says it's hydrating. I'm going to put this in my foundation drawer. For mascaras, wait, let's do primers. Right now, this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy primer is one of my favorites. It makes your face look really luminous and dewy and glowy. I also have to grab the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This really covers my pores and smooths out my nose, my pores on my nose. It just makes my face look airbrush. So I'm going to grab this one. And then I want to grab my Maybelline Master Prime Hydrating and Smooth Primer to finish this up. It's almost gone. And then I'm going to grab one more primer. I'm going to grab the Circa Fresh Canvas Anti-Stress Primer to use. For mascaras, I'm going to grab my Essence Big Lashes, or Get Big Lashes. It's kind of coming off, but that'll be one. My L'Oreal Lash Paradise. My Lancome a Monster Big. And my Essence Volume Stylist. Those are my 4. Okay, so next drawer is bronzers. So I do use this L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer in the shade Coffee to cream contour. And I do it quite often, so I'm going to put that in there. For bronzers, I'm going to grab this Wet n Wild Wet Shady Beaches bronzer. It's one of their newer ones. And this is like the only product in my whole collection that I have hit pan on. So I'm going to grab this so I can finish it up. I'm also going to grab my Maybelline City Bronzer so I can finish this up as well. Not finish it up, get more use out of it. I don't know why I keep saying finish it up. I just want to get more use out of everything. I'm going to grab my Flower Beauty Heat Wave Luminous Bronzer and Sunswept M1 to get more use out of that. There's 3. I need a big one, which they are back here. I've got Essence, Sun Club, Wet n Wild, their older Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzers. I've got this L'Oreal True Match bronzer, their big one, and then I have their other bigger bronzer in the shade 4, which I'm gonna grab my Essence bronzer. I'm gonna grab my Lovecraft Beauty, this palette. It's a bronzer palette to get more use out of. I want to grab a palette out of all these drawers. So I'll grab a couple products in a palette. Alright, so first thing I know I'm going to grab is this Shop Miss A highlighter. It's a velour highlighter. It's like a cream. And I want to get some more use out of that one. I'm actually going to grab this ColourPop face palette because I have not used this in a while. This is my Give Me More I Like Your Face palette, and it looks like this. It's got 6 shades in, so I'm going to grab that so I have more options. I'm also going to grab my Catrice 3D Glow highlighter in the shade Warm Embrace. It looks like that. And then, so on my whole collection, I have so far 2 broken products. I have a mini Morphe highlighter over here that's broken and a blush that's broken. So I've got 2 highlighters. Oh, I'm gonna grab this CoverGirl True Blend Super Stunner highlighter in the shade Gilded Glory, just because someone had this in their favorites and they said that they had been using it a lot and really liked it, and I want to give it another chance to see how I like it. So that's 4. I'm gonna grab this Revlon highlighter in Glitz Bomb. Okay, next is blush. So for my palette, I'm actually going to grab this Profusion. It's Blush and Glow. It has highlighters as well. And then alright, so for my blushes, I'm going to grab this Golden Apricot Lumi Bronzer. This is from Shop Miss A. The writing on it has rubbed off, but it's from Shop Miss A. It's got a luminous kind of. I don't know if you can see it. It's like a blush topper. And then I have not used this yet, so I'm going to grab this one. It's Catrice Blush Box, and it's in the shade Golden Coral. This is what it looks like one more time. And then right now, this Revlon blush is my favorite. It's in the shade Very Berry. It looks really pretty on deeper skin tones. I'm like in the middle, but it's pretty on me, I believe. I'm gonna grab my Maybelline Fit Me. No, this one's in Coral as well. I'm gonna grab my Wet n Wild in Pearlescent Pink. A lot of people say this is a dupe for NARS Orgasm. Pearlescent Pink, Wet n Wild. So there's 4. Got my blushes. These are lashes and extra lip products down here that I don't really grab for. If I wear lashes, I'll grab a pair. So I'm not going to pull from this drawer. We are going to go back to eye palettes. So in this top drawer, I'm going to pull out my Makeup Revolution palette. And this is a dupe for Anastasia Soft Glam. It's in Velvet Rose. This is going to be my first palette. I'm also going to pull this out because I have not used this. And I'm going to put this in my Shop My Stash. And if I don't use it, I'm going to give it away. This is the BH Cosmetics Royal Affair palette. And this is what it looks like. It does have some pretty colors in it. So there's 2 palettes. I'm actually going to go ahead and grab this Milani Pure Passions palette. This top shade is broken, but that doesn't bother me. I'm going to go ahead and grab this to use. It does have very, very pretty warm colors. So I'm of course going to take my Jackie Aina palette. This was also in a lot of people's favorites. It's my first Anastasia palette and I am loving it so far. I love the looks that I've created with it, so this is going to be one of my palettes. And then I'm going to also grab this Celestial Thunder from Dominique Cosmetics because I've been wanting to try this. I've used it once before, but I want to use it again. So we're going to grab this Celestial Thunder. Very pretty. That's 5 palettes. I'm going to grab this Rimmel Magnify Eyes Spice Edition. This is a dupe for the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. I want to order this palette and Crimson because that is a dupe of the Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette. But we're going to grab this. I haven't used it very much, but I want to get some more use out of it. I'm also going to grab this Model's Own palette. It is in the, it's the Barely There #2 eyeshadow palette. And it's a very neutral palette. I'm not sure if they sell this anymore. I bought this at TJ Maxx. But it really is a very neutral, pretty eyeshadow palette for like everyday, like an everyday palette you can use. So we're going to grab this for another palette. And then my last palette is going to be this, my newest palette, which is the ColourPop Flutter one. A Flutter palette. Very pretty. It's got some pretty pressed glitters that I like to top my shadows with. So this is the last palette. I think I'm going to do my palettes for, these palettes for 2 weeks, I want to say. The palettes that I picked, so we're going to do 2 weeks on those. And then my foundations, I'll show you, hold on one second. So these are my foundations that I'm going to use for the month. These are all the foundations that I'm going to use for this month. I've got cushion, some tubes, but this is what I'm going to get used out of. So here's all the products that I picked for my Shop My Stash. And I will have these, some of them in this bucket, and then I'll have some stored on my vanity. I just need to clean it off. So that's my Shop My Stash. This is the first one for January 2020. I'm going to be doing these every week, which every week I'll be changing out my face products. Yeah, my face products. I'm going to keep my palettes for, I'm going to say 2 weeks on the palettes and a month on the foundations. So, there we go. I'm going to arrange this in a better way where I can grab easily. I may store my Shop My Stash in this top one and move these sprays somewhere else. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and whenever I have it done, I'll show you the final. But this is what I grabbed out. So I'll be back with the final product or the final layout. And most of my lip stuff is in this, so I'm not going to pick any lips out because it's right here in front of me. And I have so many, I don't want to just grab a couple because, I don't know, I just don't want to do lips for my Shop My Stash. Just face products. Face and eyes. So, anyways, I'll be back in a second.